Saturday Showdown. PRX 대 광동 픽스.
Are you gonna go for something that tries to invade the Maokai, or are we gonna go a very different direction?
Like in Italy. Nocturne is going to be the choice here. Yeah, I do agree with everything you just said, Chronicler. We'll see if T1 can manage it, or will D+ bring us to a later stage of the game as we hop into the Rift for game number 1. D+ Kia. Hana, 둘, 셋.
D+ Kia fighting.
Yes.
Yes.
T1. Hana, 둘, 셋.
T1 fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really don't know what you were going. I follow you, but I had no idea what I was going for.
Right when I started speaking, I was like, well, I shouldn't do the same thing. But I thought about it too late, so I like started low and it was like,
Yo.
kind of ended up. That's fine.
I'm trying to figure. It's hard to make the direct one-to-one comparison, I think, in a lot of cases. It's more so skin lines than anything else.
Would you say that Gaihan is a better weep than you are? Gaihan being one of our... it doesn't quite hit the same, but I'd say it's still pretty strong. Faker's going to get leashed up here. That's a big Master Q to the face, and without seismic shove, Faker's going to have to back away. He does have a biscuit, and is going to hit level 5 in that trade, so he is fine, but he's still going to go for, or he was thinking about a back. Of course, they do want to get this objective anyway. We do have a little bit of a fight here. It is 3v2, but Smolder is not a champion, so don't fight it. And DK decide, yeah, we will listen and not fight.
They're really playing it safe, some Kingen.
Yeah, going to force the World Ender. Definitely a nice amount of trading going in favor of Kingen in this one, but now Aatrox's going to hit that Q3, and Zeus does trade it back decently in that one.
W combo. Gave her a lot more power in the late game as, oh, this counter gank.
Yeah, the flash is going to come in. Let's see if this counter gank does work. No Dominus available. Double dash is going to come out, but now the Nature's Grab, they are turning it onto Owner, but not enough damage, but there it is. King and flashes in for the first blood. Zeus is going to be zoned away, and here's Showmaker, puts him on a leash, and that'll be the end of him. Showmaker picks up the second kill for DK early on. What can you do except try to take some trades and look for something? Lucid does not have flash, and now he's kind of caught between a rock wall and a hard place, and down he will go. Nicely done on the side of T1, but this top lane is not getting any better for the side of Zeus, as Kingen does extend quite a bit in far to that turret, and he will survive.
Really nice pick onto Lucid there. Well done by Fakers.
Uh-oh. Now we got the stun coming in, that's the Q, and that is the end of him. He cannot step up to the lane.
You can't walk up! You don't have flash! He's a Calypse, man!
Because now you're behind, and yeah, you've got a bunch of Drakes, but they're not going to be extremely useful in this one. As Showmaker looking for the play is going to force the flash out, but did he go too far is the question. Owner is right here, and that is going to be the end of Showmaker's reign over this mid lane for now.
Big moment there, keeping this gold even.
Oh yeah, they're going in on this one. We do have Nami nearby. Keria trying to make this a thing. A double knockback coming in from Lucid, keeping them around. And this Renekton is so gigantic. Very nice spell shield on the stun. Otherwise, Owner was dead.
Really cute there from King, and he actually walked back and used...
Here's the TP. And they are looking to challenge this. Kingen is coming over. He is the raid boss right now on the side of DK. And they get it pretty much for free. Now we get the engage coming on in, and a nice blast going to try to get Showmaker into a rough spot, but he's dodging everything. Can he dodge everything forever? No, he cannot. As finally they do take him down, and at least they do get that kill. So actually T1 moving ahead in terms of the gold lead.
He really needs to chill.
Not a Chemtech Drake on your team.
Oh, they're going to commit to this. They really want this.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe you get the smite steal, and yes, he will. They're going to pick it up, and T1, they just say, no, that Maokai is too scary. And without Zeus, without TP.
Somehow they get King, and on top of them, this can still be a big problem as the TP gets cancelled.
Yeah, they are going to stop the TP. Definitely pretty nice, but have they overextended? Good spell shield, but you can't spell shield everything. The bubble is massive from Keria and gives them a chance, but it just doesn't matter as T1 are down members, and DK are so fed at this point in time. Faker, he's trying to ride the wall, but that's not a flash, as you mentioned. Big shield's coming out, but he will die eventually. The question is, yep, Showmaker will be given the shutdown, and this is a massive swing in favor of DK. They should be able to take down this bottom turret, too. Perhaps would have wanted something like a Hex Tech as the flash comes in onto Keria. Not sure if that's the target, but is going to bait out the tidal wave, I suppose. Lucid still holding on to his Nature's Grasp.
Yeah, this is one of the problems as a hold-up.
He's going to use it. Kingen is pretty zoned away from this one. We do have Paranoia as well, which doesn't really do much. And now they're going to go in onto Kingen. Not sure about that one, Owner. He is in a bit of trouble now, as Lucid also, but he is going to be saved by the Milio once again. And down will go the jungler of T1. Although some low health bars here on the side of DK. And aiming still crucially not at 225.
Hysterics!
Guma is quite fed. And he can burst people down, especially Lucid out of position. These are the picks you're going to be looking for if you are T1, as Lucid's going in. Actually very difficult to kill, but they do take him out, and that might just be Baron for T1. Let's see if they want to start it up.
Oh, really rough there by Lucid. If he flashes over the wall immediately, then maybe they're able to get out of here alive. Instead, he ends up going down. That's no smite. This might have been the turn that T1 were looking for.
Baron over to their side, and now DK a bit out of position, getting TP'd behind. Faker could easily thread on a wall. Nice amount of poke damage is coming out from the side of DK, and T1 just want to turn tail.
Yeah, not going to get a whole lot of value out of that.
Well, he disengaged from them. And Zeus does have a nice angle, but they spot him. They know he's there. And it seems like they want to go forward. Here comes the tidal wave. Might catch Kellen. A nice amount of burst damage does come out from Guma. As now trying to go on the chase. Zeus still on a nice angle here, but not quite able to get over the wall this time around. And he's just going to retreat. Very tense moment, a pretty close fight at this point, as Guma trying to make himself felt at this point in the game before it goes too much farther. Aiming is going to get bubbled, as he does have that very aggressive positioning. Here comes Mom, as they have the engage from behind onto the back line. As down will go King, into the flash forward from Zeus is going to be enough. They take away aiming, as he just gets wombo combo down. Yes, DK will get the dragon, but they are getting absolutely swept off the map here, as it will be a clean ace in favor of T1 on the dragon fight.
And
I'd say don't run at the Aatrox with flash. That would be... He said, this is good. Smolder low. And really, that was it. I mean, got him as well.
They just hard forcing, and it's working for sure as Baron gets started up here.
Yeah, Guma is the one that's trying to push everybody away, and he does have an insane amount of damage. Look at Lucid's health bar. He's got 2 armor items as well. Doesn't seem to matter as Nature's Grasp comes in, and they kind of laugh at them as they are not engaging into that. They get the Baron, and now they're just running away. Free Baron here for the side of T1. DK could do nothing about that.
Lucid, only level 13. He is so weak, so Guma just shreds through him. Also has the Serpent's Fang. So, yeah, it's 15 seconds, guys.
Guys, the Ocean Soul doesn't...
That's a Nexus trade. That's Nexus.
And, yeah, now trying to stake their claim on this Ocean Soul would be pretty nice if they could get it.
Serpent's Fang. The value, Valdez. The shielding that's getting reduced. I think they have 2 as well. If I saw correctly, I think Zeus also built 1. They built full lethality, right? So that means he's not tanky, right?
All right, getting in onto Faker. The engage with the W comes out once again, but Ingo's owner trying to just zone away, and now Lucid is getting chunked out. Down he will go. King and Lucid are all alone as the rest of them got pushed away by owner, who is surprisingly tanky. He's buying so much time, he's going to flash away. And there is the massive damage coming out from Zeus and Faker into that back line. And that should do it, guys. T1, they find the angle in the team fight. The TP goes into the top lane, and this game will end in favor of T1.
All according to plan for T1. Not even a moment of worry there, Valdez. What did we learn? I don't know. I'm glad that we have our space, I'm sure, standing, waiting, ready to tell us.
Yeah.
Because from the point where he got his stacks, like the game looked like it was fine, and then it was done.
It was one of those games that it felt like if you just sat back, eventually DK would win it. But then T1 were like, nah. And DK were like, okay. Not sure how I feel about Caitlyn Nami.
I don't think it's terrible. If you ever hit a bubble, you can follow up easily. Guma obviously is a really good Caitlyn player. I'm just worried about the mid game. because Lucian, his ability to just dash on top of you and just blow you up in a matter of seconds as Kate, I think is a little bit scary.
As this time Aiming will get a chance to play Lucian. These two AD carries both love that pick as we hop out of the Rift for game 2.
But yeah, the first few trades not going to be very fun. Do see here, unsurprisingly, a lot of scorching going on. PTA also for Aiming. Not playing with Nami, we generally see Lucians go for this rune, obviously able to proc it really, really quickly.
As it has been exactly 356 days since Kellen himself won against Hum Life Esports Life at the time. As they hit level 2 and can't quite hit much. Yeah, I guess even then, you know, you just press your Q3 onto the AD carry and it's all good. I mean, that's just the Aatrox way. The fact that you can have such survivability while doing an intense amount of damage is allows him to stay relevant even on just one item.
Credit where credit is due. Zeus was also the best at actual lethality Aatrox, you know, the Duskblade Aatrox.
Ooh, flash forward, the W stun comes through and Faker trying to get away, he's not going to be able to. Lucid picks up first blood. His owner gets followed up on, but he will get away.
Redemption there for Lucid as the bubble. Ooh, Callan is low.
Owner
levels
see
up.
If he can get it done. The Q is going to miss. Flashes the jump. And with the calling, that is going to push them away. Kellen now down a flash and a heal.
It's just back to any Ahri every game.
Yep.
If we ban Orianna. Look at that. Guma hasn't backed yet, so I think otherwise that might chunk a whole lot more. One of the LCK observers, Keeson, also a really big fan, as Lucid might extend this play.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be on a pretty long chase. This is essentially a 1v1, and yes, we have a TP coming in. Owner trying to flash away from this one, but here comes Showmaker. A double stun comes in from the Timbers. Gives them a chance to extend the play. The Q, it lands with the storm! Is huge from the side of Faker, as Lucid will be forced to flash on in to continue that one. It looked insanely cool. It was, but it's not going to save his support, as Lucid can just run away from that one.
They might look for a dive on Guma here. Faker, Joy. Oh, never mind, he's TPing in.
Yeah, he's going to TP, and that is going to get them away for now. We got Spirit Rush coming on in. Faker, let's see how far he wants to go.
Nice.
Lucid is here, the kick comes in, and Guma's just left out to dry. They didn't know that Lucid was still in the bottom side of the map, and now it is so much worse as DK going to pick up so much gold in the bottom lane with this play.
And doesn't have his flash this time around.
And he doesn't have his hop either. He's in a lot of trouble. He's going to dodge the first part. He's trying to dodge the Q, and he will. He is running so fast on this little mini Gnar, but it's not going to matter at the end of the day.
Oh, hats off. Hats off.
Nice try.
So close. But all it does is extends the play, forces the flash.
Oh, Bubble, he is dead.
Yep.
And that's it. That's all we got to see.
Bubble, and he's dead. And you know what? A single death on a Sona lane. I think you'll sign up for that.
Hey.
Ox.
And Kingan's in a lot of trouble here, although it is Carry as he comes forward, but Showmaker's here to turn around the trade. Gets there at the perfect timing. It is. It does have a nice amount of synergy. Nice angle here onto Showmaker, but Faker took so much damage. The bubble is huge from the side of Carry. They can't take him down, as now Guma in a lot of trouble. Nicely done with the net, but I don't know if he's getting out of here. Just going to hold on to his flash for quite a long period of time. They finally do take it out. They give Kellen the kill.
I think they wanted to get
the actual carry.
The re-engage!
Oh boy, Showmaker going way too close to the sun. And down he will go. They're trying to go for a dive here. The Q is going to go through the gold post on that one.
The health bars are low. Zeus does FTP though. I think T1 might be looking for a turn.
I mean, there's pretty high health bars here on the side of DK, but there's just zero wave.
Callan still has heal available as
They're
well.
Just standing there menacingly. Oh, he's actually going to go in. Lucid, what's going on? He's going to have a little bit of support from his team, and he has the Sona nearby, so again, I suppose just trying to keep him around. But that one looked much more dangerous than I was supposing he was actually going to go for. Get very low. Oh, look at this angle. Perfect from the side of Lucid. They just did not see him. Owner is quite tanky. The stuns are coming through, and the turn maybe from Zeus and the TP as a ton of Ahri damage is coming out here. Showmaker gets charmed up. Zeus, oh no, he's getting some resets, and he eventually eventually is going to be taken out. A very messy fight as Faker getting into that backline, takes out another, puts the charm down, but is not long for the world. Went superbly deep on that one.
They don't have any vision, so they want to make sure that there's like a stone. There is a rel, but
T1 is like, yeah, we don't care about that, actually.
Yeah, they're not in position.
And now they're going to...
Dragon is going to get taken.
Is he just fine as well? Is he just going to run away now?
Yeah, no, he's peacing out. It's fine.
You know, if he crashed into the mid turret, he might just get stunned up by Sona or something, and then he doesn't know where the rest of the team is, so...
Being able to play as okay, he's dead. Being able to play as aggressively as he does on the Ahri, if he gets any assists, ended up being I think, really big at the beginning of that fight. But fortunately for DK, aiming has looked a lot better on specific picks. I think his Lucian was something that we saw last week. He actually was able to really perform well on. Mega Code!
Where did he come from? Even Jonah Strong missed that one. Like, came out of the red buff, but yeah, it was just the Mega Cone, I'd imagine. In goes Lucid. The kick is not enough. That's a rel, my guy, as he is just going to be taken out here. And once again, Lucid going to get caught out, and with the Baron available, doesn't look like T1 wants to go for it just yet.
That one's on me. I cursed it. I've seen this one before, Veldez.
Oh boy, here we go again. Oh boy, and aiming is in so much trouble. Oh no, he's just gonna get 100 to 0. The engage was so clean from Faker and Owner. They put 1-1 together, and now it's just a 5v3. Everybody else on the side of DK just running away. As T1, they should be able to take down this Drake. Trying to run over here. DK maybe a bit of desperation, but they do have a lot of damage.
Have to kick her out. Have to kick her out.
Nope, just go for the flip. Okay, let's see who does pick it up. It's Rel. Who could have seen that coming? As now, aiming's going to go down, and the Desperation Baron attempt is not going to work in favor of DK, and T1 are rolling them. Very nice dodge on the Mega Gnar, as down will go King into about a bajillion CCs. As, wow, T1 right back in the driver's seat. DK.
I don't think they can end on this wave, but they're going to try.
They're going to try. And,
actually, Kingan's not here. I think that might be it. Callan doesn't have his ultimate.
Looks like maybe they're not going to try. Culling does come out. Pushes them away.
Oh, the deep flank?
The deep TP flank. The charm is going to miss.
They don't know.
Look at the low health bars here.
Know.
Showmaker is going to look for the angle. Dodges a lot of CC, but Zeus very scary. He gets hit by the charm, and Showmaker goes down. And Zeus, he lives through so much. Even with the Sona stun coming out, it does not matter. Aatrox, it's pretty good. Lucid goes in. Forgot there was a Nami on the team. Owner also goes in. Forgot there was a DK there. I'm losing it, Chronicler. This game is just off the rails. It's pretty rough stuff for them. And T1 immediately, I mean,
King and no.
They set it on the space. You give them an inch. A top 2 team in the LCK will take advantage of it. Mega Gnar is going to help out. Nice kick comes in onto Faker, and they do alley-oop him. The bait?
Wait.
Was that on purpose?
I hope not. That's way too risky. But maybe they can try and contest now. Probably not. Still don't have vision at all. But they can probably try and shove through mid and maybe turn it into something. Faker still 40 seconds on the clock before he's back. This Drake, definitely a foregone conclusion. Could be an angle as well. Either team is just waiting, looking for just the slightest opportunity.
Remember when I said that they would flip Baron again?
Yeah, no, you were right. I should have listened.
Yeah.
Surely this time it'll be fine.
We're going to flip Baron. It's fine.
The TP's in.
Just execute better. Just outsmite the Rel. You can do it. Lucid takes a decent chunk of damage, but they have marked Zeus here.
Okay, he's going to 1v5.
Which is very important. World Ender taken out here. Showmaker's taking more damage. Jesus, that R is pretty huge. It's now Owner desperate to try to save him. It's not going to work out, and now a bit out of position. Showmaker, though, is solo as well. Owner does take him out here as the damage coming out on the poke from Faker, and Guma is huge. The Mega Gnar, it's desperate. It's not good enough. And the health bars just melt on the side of DK as everybody's going to be cleaned up here on the backside of this fight. Aiming does do quite a nice amount at the end, but it's too little and it's too late. T1, with that team fight win, will push for the 2-0.
All according to plan. Quick 2-0. Nothing to see here, Veldes. As T1 make their march towards the Nexus. I learned something today. I just don't know what. I just don't know
We
what.
learned a lot today. We just don't know what it was. That was the 2-0 from T1. And he was, by the end, he did do the most damage in the game. Definitely a lot of poke damage as well.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Dear for the POG interview translation, joined by Gumayushi and Baker on the side of T1. Congratulations! Gumayushi, it's been such a long time since we had you for a POG interview. Perhaps you felt maybe a little bummed out that you didn't receive as many POGs, so how do you feel? I got a POG after a very long time, and I'm very happy. I feel like, yeah, finally this day comes. If I get a POG, that means that our team is in crisis, but I'm really glad that we're able to win today. And Faker, your POG points have hit the 4-digit mark at 1,000 points, so how do you feel? I'm delighted that I was able to get a POG, and in the future I would like to perform well and get more POGs. We witnessed angry T1 today with the regretful defeat against Genji. What did you guys look to hone? It wasn't that we were angry, we just prepared everything that we needed to for today. And we believe that we're able to learn a lot from our match against Genji. So we hope that we improve as a team in the future. And you play him quite often, Gumayushi, but Lucian is a pick that Aiming prefers as well, raising the question of which side Lucian will end up today. So what were your thoughts on Lucian? Against Genji, we picked Lucian first in both games. And I feel like the fans actually definitely don't really feel the same as we do about Lucian, but I believe that maybe our fans can forgive Lucian and be on good terms with him now. In Game 1, with the opponent locking in Smolder and Milio, they showed intention of finding late game value. So, how did you manage to play out the late game? In terms of the laning phase, I believe that it was really easy to play out with Lucian, as you can scale pretty easily. And in the opponent, there was really no counter to Lucian in terms of what they were playing as their comp. So I believe that we were pretty confident with playing this comp out. And in Game 2, Faker, we saw some unconventional Sona support and Annie mid picks. So what were your thoughts on these interesting matchups? There are a lot of CCs that they had, so we believe that it was pretty dangerous. And there were moments where in Game 2 didn't really go as well as we planned, but we were able to deal with that in the later game, so I think that's what we were able to get a win off of. And it was first time seeing Faker's Ahri this spring, and as someone who plays Ahri well, how was it playing her after a long time? Yeah, I can definitely feel that she got buffed, and it's really fun to play her now. And like you said, in Game 2, you guys were definitely behind at first. So at which moment were you sure of victory? We were able to get some picks off here and there. And I think maybe during the mid game we were thinking that it was winnable because we were catching up on gold at that point. And so, Gumayushi, what do you think was the most important factor in the late game to win? I think objective team fights are really important, and in those team fights, I think it's more advantageous to the side that opens up the team fight in a good angle to find that angle right. And Faker, in Game 2, every turnaround had you in the picture, so How did you manage to position so well?
데미지를 넣을 수 있을까 그렇게 생각했던 것 같습니다.
I think I was just thinking about which angle I can input the most damage. And in game 2, we have to talk about this. Owner's herald driving skills. We noticed that you guys are laughing, so what were your thoughts?
최근에 좀 이른 시간에 경기를 많이 했었는데
Lately, we have been playing our matches at an earlier time. And I believe that since it was a later time that we played out our match, maybe he was getting sleepy behind the wheels. And Baker,
경찰에 신고할 예정입니다.
you know, I definitely noticed that he may be driving, maybe drunk driving. So I was thinking of calling the police. And now your next opponent will be Hanwha Life Esports.
아무래도
Kumail 씨, what do you think the win condition would be?
말이 있어가지고 바텀이 중요하지 않을까.
I've been hearing that Viper has been in top of his form, and so I believe that bot lane will be the win condition. And Baker
좋은 경기력 계속해서
will make sure that we are prepared for our match against Hanwha Life Esports. We'll put in our best efforts. And this will be the end of the interview with Kumail and Baker, and back to the space.